Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us here for the News at 5. I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heidick. We'll get to that story in just a moment. But first, we begin with the trial of State Trooper Brian North. The state rested its case today. North is charged with manslaughter in connection to the death of 19-year-old Mubarak Soulemane.
NBC Connecticut's Braceda Landaverde joins us live outside the courthouse in Milford. Braceda, what happens next?
Yeah, well, Mike and Keisha, tomorrow the defense will call their first witness, which could be State Trooper Brian North. Now, as for today, jurors again learned about the policies in place when police engage in pursuits.
The state rests, Your Honor.
As the court process plays out, Inspector General Robert Devlin is examining second by second how state troopers responded during a police chase that ended in the death of 19-year-old Mubarak Soulemane.
You're telling me that nobody could have taken a different path on this, safer path, better path. You're saying that couldn't happen?
No.
On January 15, 2020, Sergeant Ross Dolan was near the rear passenger side of the stolen car Soulemane was boxed in West Haven. The state questioned why police did not try de-escalating before State Trooper Brian North opened fire. The defense questioned if officers had enough time.
This entire incident, and when I say the incident, starting from the moment the pursuit ended underneath that overpass to the time Trooper North fired his weapon was less than 1 minute, correct? Correct.
On Thursday, the state examined a vehicle pursuit policy, which states because of the high level of emotions generated during chases, troopers must be aware that any physical force used is appropriate with state laws and the policy.
So the policymakers and the state police, they realize that troopers can be amped up with respect to these pursuits, correct?
Yes, sir.
Former State Police Sergeant Thomas Kiley during the defense cross-examination.
These procedures and policies are just guidelines, correct? They are not hard and fast rules. Is that fair to say? Yes, sir.
During the afternoon, the state called to the stand an associate medical examiner with the state who said Soulemane's death was ruled a homicide.
There were 9 gunshot wounds. 4 were to the torso or to the chest area, and 4 were to the upper arms, and one of those was a graze wound.
The associate medical examiner said that there were traces of marijuana found during Soulemane's autopsy. Again, tomorrow the defense will call their first witness. Live in Milford, Braceda Landaverde, NBC Connecticut News.